Shalom. I give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you sincere brothers pushing his word out across the four corners of the earth. And tonight's lesson we're going to get into about the enmity between Jacob and Esau. This is a spiritual battle right here. And Esau is the biblical name for the so-called Caucasians today. You know, Jacob is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
This past weekend, we learned that Marshawn Lynch, who is now with the Oakland Raiders, has decided to sit during the national anthem. Also, a brother right here from Houston who plays for the Seattle Seahawks, Michael Bennett, he too has decided that he will protest the national anthem. Both are upset with injustice, social injustice in America, and that America needs to change and do better, in particular to our African-American men who are being killed and murdered by police officers, and they both support Colin Kaepernick. And so I applaud those brothers for taking a stance for what you truly believe in and putting your careers and your money on the line to make those sacrifices. And both of those brothers have given tens of thousands, Marshawn and Mr. Bennett, back into their own community to help young black men grow and develop and to help us with some of the social ills that we have. I applaud both brothers, and I encourage more NFL stars that I've been told are forthcoming to also do the same thing. Because if you look at the national anthem and you read that third verse, it speaks about persecuting black slaves and persecuting black people, that we would have no refuge in America.
Oh, please.
So we should.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so we'll stop right there because every time Esau, you know what I'm saying, he feels attacked in his own spirit, which is also known as guilt. He has to stop you in the process. All right. So we're going to pull up that actual quote here. All right. And it says, no refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. All right. And the star-spangled banner in triumph doth wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. So how can you explain that? You know, let me share the screen again. Because that's what it says. You can't get around that. Neither can you deny it. Right? But Esau says, oh no, please give me a break. You know what I'm saying? So through the spirit, we just gonna kind of dissect this dissect this video. It's 3 minutes long. So through the spirit, we just kind of just go through and stop and go, hit a few points. Right. But of course, Satan messing with time. Let me get this pulled up on the screen. You know, but I just quoted it, but I'm gonna pull it up so you can visually see it as well. Because if this wasn't an issue, why was it removed? Whenever you hear the first ball being thrown at the major leagues, when you hear the first quarter start in the NFL, the first quarter start in the NBA, what song is sung? The so-called Star-Spangled Banner or the national anthem. Now it's been modified because this has been removed. All right, you can see it right here. No refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. All right, so it's like, man, hey, your handmen and your slaves, hey, they gone with the wind. They either fled or they died. Oh well. And the Star-Spangled Banner in triumph doth wave. So somebody was still alive, a so-called white man was still alive to plant that flag in a show of victory. Over the land of the free and the home of the brave. So you weren't considered that free man in the so-called home of the brave. You were a slave during that time, man. And that's all that he was quoting. All right. Precept?
Yeah. This is Zechariah 11, verse 5. Whose possessions slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's right, and I had it right here pulled up. All right. So the possessors of them slay them. Who were our possessors? The so-called white men were our possessors. All right. And they hold themselves not guilty. And you're gonna hear that more in this video because all so-called Edomites are in that spirit of forgive and forget. When they haven't forgiven the Arabs for so-called 9/11, which was done by their own government, when they haven't forgiven Hitler for the so-called atrocities against those fake Jews, nobody's forgiving them. Okay, but we're supposed to forget everything that was done to the Native American Indians when the so-called white man came to the Americas. We're supposed to forget everything that happened to the people of South America. You know, our brothers and our sisters, who they showed no pity. They slain both man, woman, old, young. Okay, there wasn't no bias with them. They let all our people have it.
Got a precept for you, bro. At Jeremiah 16:19, O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge, in a day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
Hey, so the heathens are being found liars to us in these last days, man. All right. You got another one?
No.
It's the truth. It's written right there.
You know, folks, if you could see how incredibly built this man is, he's a power lifter and power builder, right? I mean, you're a rock, and
that was a deflection, you know, because that had nothing to do with nothing. You know, thank you for the compliment, Esau.
Because you eat a steady diet of really healthy food. My concern, Quanell, is that if you eat fattening food, you'll get fat. And if you eat a diet and you feed people a diet of hatred, they will become hateful, both white and black.
I agree.
And that is the diet that you're feeding people, Quanell.
Am I the one feeding black people that, or is it white America has done a masterful job in feeding black people a diet of segregation, oppression, injustice, and also death to a great degree?
Martin
is it
Luther,
me feeding that, or is it white America has done that job?
I don't shout over you.
It ain't me, my man. It's people who've done that to us.
I don't shout over you.
Yeah, because you speak rhetoric that ain't real.
Boom. Got him. Yeah. All right, precept. All right, Jeremiah 23:1. You know, you brothers can break it down. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of Israel against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away and have not visited them.
Hey, and if I can add, woe to you pastors, because basically you're supposed to be enlightening the congregation of Israel and let them know who they are, man. So when you go to these harlot houses, actually they're supposed to teach you the truth. According to the scriptures, Yahweh Hashem Ashad doesn't dwell in temples made by hands, man. Why? Because it's all about that third temple, which is a spiritual temple, man. And so if you're not teaching the truth and sanctifying the congregation in truth, then you're scattering the flock, man.
It says, behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, said the Lord.
Right. And so basically you preachers, y'all going to be destroyed because basically you're supposed to be feeding the flock. You know, Yahweh Shah, was one of the commandments he left to the apostles, and he stated, feed my sheep 3 times, man. You know, so basically you're not feeding the sheep, man. You're scattering the flock.
That's right. That's right. And because Cornell was representing who's been feeding the so-called black man, who's been feeding him, with rape, robbery, murder, injustice, segregation, death. The so-called white man's been doing that, man.
That's right.
And these so-called pastors in today's time, they have a hand in it as well, because they teach you to love your oppressor. That same slave ship, you know what I'm saying, mentality, that slave land mentality. Because who were the first pastors, the first preachers? The first so-called pastors were originally white men. When so-called white men realized that religion or so-called doctrine was a major part in the Israelites' life, he's handpicked and selected great hands to go and be pastors and ministers unto them. And that never changed. That way of thinking never changed, that doctrine never changed, and the men that he selected to lead our people never changed, the type of men that they were. All right. Verse 3, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries.
Because the remnant, because all of Israel is not going to be saved the first time around. That's why you have the elect, aka you have the first fruits. All right.
I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries where I have driven them.
Why? Because we've been scattered due to the curses.
And will bring them again to their folds.
Hence what you see today, man, beginning with the Apostle Tahar on down. But it started around 1969, 1970.
And they shall be fruitful and increase.
How are we going to be fruitful and increased? By the truth, man.
And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them.
And that's what the apostles are doing, man. They're feeding us the truth, man. And basically we're within the spirit, and that's why we're able to navigate through the scriptures, man, and point out who our oppressors are, man.
Exactly. Hey, because this played out. Oh, I'm the victim now. Hey, bro, that's old.
You got everything in the fucking world, and you still trying to play victim.
Still trying to play the victim.
Like Jake really are products of their environments based on the situation Esau has gave them, man.
Exactly. Because it was systematically set up for him, man.
Bro.
Hey, so you get no pity from us. We don't pity the fool, man. And you're the fool in these last days, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, because of the Most High is turning the tables, and he's making the head the tail and the tail the head.
That's right, bro.
And you figure out who's in those positions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Verse 4. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more.
Right, there's no need to fear, man, because once you understand the scriptures, you understand the concept of hell, and that's part of Esau doctrine. All right, teach them about hell, so basically they can't rebel. You know, and that keeps you in a docile state. But even when you come into the truth, and you know the powers that be are set up by Yahweh Shem Shah. So you also know that Yahweh Shem Shah basically destroys the body and the spirit, man.
God says, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking.
We're not lacking anymore, said Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Why? Because we have the truth, man. And Lord willing, we're part of the elect, so we can be saved.
God. Back to it.
The reality is that Dr. King said the best way to fight injustice, the best way to fight hatred is through love and peace. His message of love and peace.
And if I can add, Dr. King was part of those pastors, what the brother just presented, man.
Right.
Woe to you pastors, because that bastard basically, what's his name, Michael King, you scattered the flock, man. You know, you taught that docile state to where we supposed to love our oppressors, and basically through introgation, we can move forward, man. But that actually is another stronghold that destroyed our nation, man. Based on you. Now, some say toward the end of your life, you start trying to shed light. But hey, that doesn't matter. Look what you did beforehand.
All right, you got a precept for that. It's the book of Romans chapter 13, verse 10. It says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
Right.
All right. So that rape, rob, and murder, and that pillage, that injustice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's that? Isaiah chapter 10, when it goes, is woe unto thee that decree an unrighteous decree. Bro, we've been catching like straight pretty hell since we've been here, man.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gotten a break.
That's right.
You know, and you desire not to let us go.
That's right.
Not even physically, not even mentally,
Mm-hmm.
not even spiritually, religiously, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Like you keep these bonds and these chains upon us, man, because of their perpetual hatred that Esau has against Jacob. The Esau is a so-called white man.
That's right.
Jacob is a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, because Jacob had 12 sons, man. All right.
That Psalms 1 has a precept. This is Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Correct. The perpetual hatred is Esau's, that jealous spirit that he have of us, because of that we received that blessing, which is the kingdom of heaven. You know, we have that birthright.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout the wickedness of Esau, he's trying to basically do the best he can to get that birthright back. But he knows that he can't do it with the top elites. They know they can't get it because it's a spiritual thing. Yahweh Shah set it up only for the Israelites to receive the kingdom.
And Esau's really fearful.
Yeah.
He's really fearful. That's why he's so defensive now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's coming against the Hebrew Israelites, so to speak, these black Hebrew Israelites. That's why he's coming against them, man. Hey, because now things are different and he can't explain them. Right. He can't weasel his way out of different situations now. So now he just denies who we are. You know, he combats the doctrine that we come forth with, as though it's some new strange thing.
Exactly.
They've been thinking that since the beginning.
Right.
What is this new strange doctrine that we hear? It's the same doctrine of old. It's you guys who perverted the so-called doctrine, man.
Exactly.
You know, you were tossed with every wind of doctrine to and fro. So now all you guys believe in Scientology. Now everything just has to have a science reasoning behind it. All you got now you believe that the children of the Bible, the Israelites of the Bible, the Lord turned his back on them and opened up the door for you. You just want to eliminate us completely. Goes back into erase it, even to the foundation thereof. You want us non-existent. Hey, but it's not gonna happen because you gotta get rid of the sun, the moon, the stars. You gotta be able to count the sands of the sea, and then Israel be done away as a nation of people, man. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up and a good luck with that.
And you look at that word perpetual, it says lasting forever, never ending, continuing, or being so far in indefinitely long time.
And what proves that point, going back to the Garden of Eden, all the way up until now, man, that's perpetual, that's ongoing. You know? I'm gonna bring that out. Genesis 3:15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. You know? So that enmity is that ongoing hatred, man. And if you apply that scripture to the lesson we're saying, who's the woman? The woman is the nation of Israel. And who's the serpent? The serpent is actually Esau, man, because that serpent had the spirit. It was actually Esau in the spirit, man. That's when he had his melon, man. You know,
and you can tell who Esau how he really is, because you go out like to a bar or something. It's like they have that spirit that they know they're guilty. They be trying to buy you drinks for free. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to be your buddy now. But you wasn't our buddy when our people was getting lynched, getting burnt up.
Benefit.
Yeah.
I got one to add on to that. You got some more?
Hey, just one more point. It states thou shalt bruise his heel, and that's going into 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter. When Jacob is going to grab that heel and pull you spiritually right out of that power seat, man.
That's right.
And it's going to happen on a physical manifestation when Yahweh returns, man.
God. This is Genesis 27:41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Yeah, and that determination, that determination and that desire has not left him, man. Literally, we do not get along, man. Even though when he buys you those drinks and basically behind his mind, he's still thinking of a tactic to counter your ass, man.
And what have we ever done to Esau?
Nothing, man.
What have we done to Esau? Oh yeah. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
And that was done on a physical aspect as well. But you look at it today's time, look at how he's you know what I'm saying, trying to kill us. You got vaccines, you have the chemtrails, you have GMOs. You know, they got certain regulations and laws they want to destroy the Israelites. You look at different quotes right here from basically profound people, some profound so-called white people. You will see this is one right here. We pulled up. Her name was Margaret Sanger, and there was a quote she made, and it says, "We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population." You know,
but there was a secret agenda behind this.
Exactly.
That's what she actually wanted to do. Look at this decrepit, nasty bitch, man.
Hey, and if the brother go up just right above it, you see Hillary Clinton, and you can read that, bro.
And she said this: I admire Margaret Sanger enormously. Her courage, her tenacity, her vision.
And all you black motherfuckers just got through voting for this bitch the last election, man.
Hey, because Hillary Clinton, when she graduated college, her college thesis was based upon that woman there, Margaret Sanger.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah, I think the possibility that could be her, you know, the reincarnation.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Colored people are like human weeds and need to be exterminated. But let's backtrack this video just a few seconds. Talk about a little love here.
Hey, to fight injustice is that Dr. King said the best way to fight injustice, the best way to fight hatred is through love and peace. His message of love and peace carried with it the power of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Hey, but we still wait on that love.
Yeah.
We still wait on that love and peace. You know what I'm saying? Where is that?
Yeah.
You know, where did the love go?
And that Jesus Christ that this Edomite is preaching about, that's a different Jesus, man. Because we don't believe in Jesus. We believe in Yahushua, man.
That's right.
Hey, Caesar Borgia, man, that shit is over and played with, man. You know? Hey, Tom's the one that has another one. Obadiah. Go ahead, brother.
Obadiah, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
And that's the reason why you're going to be cut off forever, man. Because basically, look how you did your brother Jacob. And you have actually broken that brotherly covenant, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're not brothers anymore, man. We're actually enemies, man. Hey, you look at us as the opposition, and we look at you all as the ops.
That's right.
You are our adversary, man.
God. Yes, Moshe Scott. I have one.
Okay. Amos 1:11, going to the brotherly covenants broken. Thus said Yahweh Shai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity.
You overly did it, man. I mean, you didn't even look at us, you know what I'm saying, as your brother when you was pursuing us, man.
And his anger did turn perpetually.
Your anger turned perpetually. Look at the state our people are in today, man. You go to the projects, you drop guns and drugs off, you know, and then you have the audacity, especially you warlocks, you go to your powers on the left hand side and then try to pray to Yahweh saying, look at what they're doing. But you are the catalyst that brings that into play.
And he kept his wrath forever. So where's that love, man? If it says forever.
Yeah. He's talking about love. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen it. The cops in Madison County and down here still pull us over just based on, he's black, he's in the car. Get him. Rankin County. Now we talking about different cities down here in Mississippi. Jefferson Davis County. You know, one of the most racist counties in the state. Named after your good beloved president. Like, hey, Woodrow Wilson, Lyndon B. Johnson, all these different guys, all these different characters, man. Hey, somebody got to pay for that. Hey, because the Lord said that he required that which is past. But you guys want to let bygones be bygones. What happened to the love? And like we said, we love each other. That love that you show us, I hate to see who you hate. All right.
And basically, we don't even supposed to love you all, man, because the scriptures are for the nation of Israel. And at this time frame, beginning with the elect, we just supposed to be at peace with all men because we're peaceful people, man. We're not supposed to love you motherfuckers, man.
Con. I got a precept, Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, so Esau, the way the Most High created him from the beginning, he's gonna be the same today, man. You can't change that nigga. And he's a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the way the Most High has set up, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that want to basically love him and praise him, you're gonna die along with him.
That's right. I got 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4 says, for if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus or another Yahushua, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit.
Yeah, once we've been, through the spirit, we was born again. We was like the brother always said, Chicago, we was spiritually brainwashed, man. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that this the Yahushua, which is the gospel, which is the truth, the way beginning with the apostles are teaching it, man. Hey, if you're coming outside of that doctrine, man, you're preaching another Jesus, man. You know, he doesn't have any Greek roots, man. He was a Hebrew, man.
That's right. Another spirit which ye have not received.
And that's another spirit that Edomite was trying to approach that Jake with, man.
That's really
different gospel.
That's really some witch characteristics. Because he's trying to convince you that what he's saying is actual truth. But he already told him, now you come with rhetoric and lies, man.
That's right.
Hey, because we in the last day, you're not been to put these slippers on Jake like that no more.
Knowledge has been increased.
Now it's been increased. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it out. It says, which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him.
Jesus Christ loves everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's another doctrine, man. That's foreign to our laws of the scriptures, man. And this John 15:3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. So that word,
the word cleanses.
Exactly.
Oh, I keep going. I got one for that.
Okay. And it says, verse 4, abide in me, and I in you, as a branch cannot bear fruit of itself.
And how do you abide in Yahushua? By your faith, man. That's how you abide in Yahushua. It's not about the laws. It's not about the fringes. It's about your faith in Yahushua, which is given to you by Yahweh through Yahushua.
So you all always bring out, but you know what I'm saying, you keep the faith. You know what I'm saying, you gonna want to do the law.
Yeah.
Or keep the law, shall I say.
God.
As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can ye. It said, ye abide in me.
Yeah, so the only way we're going to be fruitful, we have to abide in Yahushua.
Yeah, not Jesus Christ.
Not
man.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I keep speaking.
Yeah. So yeah, Esau, man, your time is up. Like the elder Bond was stating, man. Basically, you know you're going down, but the anticipation of it is worse. You know, like they say always in that was that Hard to Kill. It was a quote Steven Seagal had wrote. It was basically saying that death is not scary, it's the anticipation of death. Right. You don't know how you're going down, man. You know? We out there on the highways and the byways through the mercy of Yahweh Shemosha.
Yeah, I got the precept. Psalms 119:9. It says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word.
Ephesians 5:26. You know, so basically the word is what cleanses you, man. That's what washes you, man. Getting dipped in some muddy water, man, it doesn't cleanse you, man.
Getting dipped in some fluoridated water.
Yeah, the word is symbolic for the scriptures. I mean, it's like the water is symbolic for the scriptures.
And it had a great impact on America. Today, there's a healthy diet of hatred and anger.
Steve.
And it's killing America, Quanell. It's tearing America apart.
But Steve, that diet was not cooked, served up by black people. We are the victims of that diet. And it's been a steady diet fed to us. You bring up Dr. King. Who killed Dr. King?
How long do you want to be a victim,
bring up the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Quanell, how long do you want to be a victim?
Bring up the gospel of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was the ultimate perfected human being that showed love to everybody. But at the end of the day, you all still took portraits and made him white when the Bible says Jesus Christ is a white man.
You know, I've never painted a portrait of my life.
But see, to paint a
I got a precept. It states Isaiah 52:15. So shall he sprinkle many nations. The kings shall shut their mouths at him, for that which had not been told them shall they see, and that which they had not heard shall they consider.
You know, hey man, hey, ain't no getting around that, man. Hey, these things that you're being told right now, you don't want to consider them as facts or as truth, but it is truth because the scriptures, as it is written, said that the Lord's word was going to spring forth in the latter days, man.
That's right.
You know, and I got a precept. Basically just proving it, right? So we're gonna jump into what he referenced. Now this is in the book of Revelation, chapter 1, starting at verse 1. It says the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach.
Brother, can I bring a point out?
God.
When you look into the term revelation, it talks about reveal, and what is it revealing? That appearance of Yahushua.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what that, when you go into that Greek terminology of that word revelation, one of those definitions is actually going into his appearance, man.
God, it says apocalypsis.
Yeah,
it says laying bare, making naked, a disclosure of truth.
Right. Cool shit. John 17:17. Sanctify them in truth.
And thy word is true.
God.
The instruction concerning things before unknown.
Right, because he was actually crucified in America, man. You actually marked out his image and applied that to him to make him white.
Yep. Used of events by which things or states or persons hitherto withdrawn from view are made visible to all.
Hey, begin with the apostle to heart this time frame. We're making it visible, man.
God. Manifestation, appearance.
Can't get around that.
Boy, oh boy. You know, all right. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto, I'm just reading verbatim, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. All right. So all this was transferred through the Spirit, handed off to the angel, and the angel handed off this information to the Apostle John, right? That's right, bro. All right, so we're gonna go down to verse 13. I'll start at 12. It says, "And I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks."
Now the 7 golden candlesticks are actually the 7 churches in Asia Minor.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Right, so that's why the reason why we have garments, man. He had a garment down to his foot.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Right, so around his waistline, he had a gold buckle, you know.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So his hair and the beard on his face was white
as snow.
Right.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Because he drank a lot of wine. And he's actually mad as well.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
A penny, once you see a brand new print, a penny, that's brass. A trumpet can be considered as brass. Go ahead.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Hence Wesley Snipes.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Because he spoke with great authority.
That's right. And because it's already documented that the Lord himself was at sea on a ship. And the people upon land, 1,000 that were upon land, were able to hear his voice, man, clearly.
That's right, bro.
A white Jesus, since you brought Jesus up. Jesus was no white man. Read the book of Revelations, the 1st chapter. He was a beautiful black brother. Can you accept that?
I have no idea what color it was. His color doesn't matter.
Read Revelations. He's black.
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
God.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Now he said, what does the color matter? Who painted the image?
God.
Who painted the image that is throughout the entire planet Earth, man? The wicked, man. The so-called white man. Esau, Idumea, Edom, the Edomites. Those people. You can't get around this, man. And you're not going to escape that judgment. You can deny, you can weasel your way out of it, you can lie about it, however you feel. Because the Lord is not slack concerning his promise unto his chosen, man.
Hey, you look at that word hand.
God. It's the word yad in the Hebrew, and it says hand of man, strength, power.
Yeah. A lot of people like to say that the so-called white people not ruling the earth. But right here, you see right here, it say the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You see, it says power. So power is given to the so-called white man's hand.
And their strength is in the earth.
Exactly.
I got a precept for you all. First Maccabees, you want to bring that up?
Oh, you get it.
Okay. Hey, First Maccabees 3:48, and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their image.
In the book of the law is the scriptures, you know, and the heathen, in this case right here, is going through these so-called white people. They saw the images of so-called dark-skinned people, so-called black people, and they made in the color of their images.
That's right, bro.
You know,
because at the time frame, that scripture is referring to Greeks, and you are the Greeks. Y'all the same people reincarnated.
I think it's a term called iconoclasm.
That's right, bro.
Basically mean destroy the image, or, you know, destroy the icon.
God. I got the book right there. It's the one closest to the wall, all at the bottom. Yep.
Another precept, Revelation 2:18, and unto the angel of the church in Thyatira write, these things saith the Son of the Most High, who have his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are fine brass. Yeah, so basically, this is just another scripture that has a reference point that Yahushua was a man of color, man.
That's right.
God. Now this book right here called the Russian Icons. All right, it's going to show you an example of that term iconoclasm that the brother just referenced. All right, and it's all the way in the back. But practically, in this case or this scenario, it was just whitewashing a dark image. Because the same way you prime down a car, or you prime down a house, you don't have to get it to a so-called bare minimum of residue, and then you paint over it. So you see here, you got a dark image here, but it's been whitewashed to be painted over,
Right.
you know. And then over here, in this corner right here, this is just confusion, because you have a white Jesus right here, but then the so-called mother and child are dark skinned, you know. So Esau just all over the place with his wickedness, man. And then you got the apostle, probably Paul or Peter right there, which is obviously a dark skinned man, you know. And this is the Lord himself right here, dark skinned. So you got two different versions going throughout the planet Earth, but that white image is in the home of every a Mexican man, Mexican woman, the home of every so-called white man, white woman. They're in all the Baptist church, different all the Catholic churches, you know. So that image, that white image, has been a veil placed over people's eyes, and then they say, "What does the color even matter?"
Exactly.
Like, bro, you have hundreds and hundreds of years of this in our face. The Passion of Christ, the movie. You had black people shedding a tear for this white man getting whipped, man. And that wasn't our Lord. That wasn't our Lord. I was a kid at the time when that movie came out, but I felt something inside. And I shook out of like, oh, something ain't right about that, you know? But you got a precept?
This is 10. This is Daniel 10, verse 7. Make sure I got it right. Okay, so like the verse Daniel 10, verse 6. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning.
It's talking about the garment, because the beryl represents, I want to say, a green color.
And his face as the appearance of lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom make
your face shine.
Okay. And his eyes as lamps of fire.
Right. Red eyes, drink wine, upset as well.
And his arms and his feet like in color.
Right. So if this doesn't matter, then why is it stated so many times within the scriptures, man? You know, color does matter, man. And you proved it throughout history, man. That color does matter, man. But now the gig is up. Yeah. This is your form of damage control, man. But through the spirit, we're able to evaluate and actually call you and entitle you that you are the devil, man.
So you see your society falling now. Now it's time for everybody to come together.
Yeah. And the Bible gives you both description of the Father and the Son. Because when it talks about the Ancient of Days, that's the Creator himself. And you go to the Son of Man, that's his Son. And in the book of Daniel, it gave you the description. It gives you the description of the Ancient of Days, the Heavenly Father himself. Right. And then Revelation gives you his Son description. And it's not the image that we grew up with and that we continue to see to this very day. You got some more? Like back in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So the Most I've been sarcastic right there, answering, if not, where and who is he? That's right. Spirit, how about Shah? We know who he is.
God.
His color does
you can't accept
not
that, can you?
matter.
And that's why racism is still alive in America.
Why does the color of Jesus matter, Quanell?
Because you all think him white when he's not white.
Jesus said in the New Testament, it says clearly that God is no respecter of men. He is not white. He is not black. He came as the Son of God to love.
Paul described in Revelation as being a black man, brother.
This is ridiculous.
It's Jeremiah.
I don't know what.
Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 26. Therefore will I discover thy skirts upon thy face, that thy shame may appear.
And this is living proof, man, that the spirit is working, man. Because Jake was able to basically tell Esau to his face the color of Yahushua, and also the turmoil and destruction they have been presenting on earth right at this time frame, because he didn't get beat with it, you know.
God. All right. Now this is a quote from Lyndon, the infamous President Lyndon B. Johnson. You got it.
All right. These Negroes, they're getting pretty uppity these days, and that's a problem for us since they've got something now they've never had before. The political pull to back up their uppiness. Now we've got to do something about this. We've got to give them a little something, just enough to quiet them down, not enough to make a difference.
But the world should survive off love and equality. You know, you so-called crackers, you crackers out there in the world today have always systematically been against us, man. So stop throwing a rock and hide in your hand just because you get caught on it nowadays. Like you Edomites, like our favorite brother Yahshua in Texas says, you Edomites are through. And I ain't talking about THROUGH, THRU in all caps.
Hey, bro. Hey, look at the other quote. I have those niggers voting Democrat for the next 20 years.
The next 200 years.
It's like in the next 200 years.
The next 200 years. That's what he said. And that's what you guys been doing. You've always been thinking that these white people on the Democratic side are for your cause and for your betterment. And you're in the same predicament. Yeah. You're not getting hosed down anymore. You're not being lynched publicly, so to say, anymore. You know? But your situation hasn't been better. Right, exactly. You're still at the bottom,
and you still want to vote. Yeah, I mean, you continue to vote and think change is gonna happen.
Yep. So, y'all both had a final precept. All right. Okay. All right. Well, we'll end off with that. All right. Let me read this. It says, I'll tell you what's at the bottom of it. If you can convince the lowest white man that he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket.
You Joe six packs.
He'll give him somebody to look down on, and he'll even empty his pockets for you. You know, bro. Man, y'all evil, bro. Y'all are evil, like flat out.
If not, then who is it?
If not, who is it, man? Y'all the wicked, man. Y'all wicked. All y'all Edomite, so-called white men, white women, and your little children, all y'all are the devil. Y'all Satan, man. And I'm not evil or wrong for saying it. Look at what you've been doing. How can if we walk out today in a public setting, are y'all gonna treat us right? No. Are you gonna say, well, it's not all of us, not all of us? Yeah, every black man in America is not gay either. There's still a whole bunch of faggots out there.
It's just like when we walk past y'all cars, y'all make sure y'all lock the door.
You lock it
3 or 4 times, man.
Beep 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 beep. Click click.
Click.
You just gotta be rest assured that hey, you know. But hey, it is what it is. Hey, this is the enmity between Esau and Jacob, between Jacob and Esau. Now Esau has the fatness of the earth in his hand right now, but it's prophesied that Jacob is going to hold on to that hill and bring him down, and the Lord is going to reverse those roles, okay? Because the earth is out of course, and it has to have a proper ruler in place in order for things to be set up right. So when the Lord comes back himself, your so-called Jesus, he's not going to be what you're expecting, but he's going to have the crowns of the nations placed upon his head, and all these thrones of these current kings are going to be underneath his feet, man. That's right. All right, you know, so with that, y'all brothers got anything? You know, hey, Lord willing, the edification was there, you know, and all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, double honor to our elders and teachers of Great Millstone who rule well, the apostles, and salutation to the Most High's men out there preaching the word in sincerity and in truth, and shalom to the sisters out there that support and do what they got to do to gain salvation as well, and to water for the Akim that was online listening, man. So next time,
hey, shalom.
Hey, shalom.